this is just that to me, like this is like the most up and down relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For,
like,
for
are you going to be with me
involved.
or not? Like, that is what it's like with having Henry Cavill as Superman. What is happening there, citizens of the Reject Nation? We have some major DC updates here that are coming from the Hollywood Reporter. Something a little bit more reliable than your average scooper out there. Ladies and gentlemen, leave a like because that's just always a nice thing to do. We need nice things in this world. John, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Good. You rushed to get your Batman shirt? How was that going?
It's so good.
John
I love
just
this Batman
Once I said we're
shirt,
doing
I was
DC video,
like,
prepping
I got
notes,
DC
John's like,
today.
I'm running to my car to get my Batman shirt.
Yeah,
I'm like,
man.
all right, man.
Just have any old
On
shirt.
top of it, here's the nuts and bolts version of what's going on right now. I'm going to quote Jeff Snyder here, who's becoming a popular scooper himself, but this is pretty much the nuts and bolts version. Wonder Woman 3 is dead. That's right. Gal Gadot passed away.
Patty
Sorry,
Jenkins
everyone.
deceased.
Terrible things are happening.
Can't even get Linda Carter.
But yeah, the basic version of it is that they probably turned in a treatment for this movie that, Patty Jenkins was hard at work, but it doesn't quite line up with what they have in store for the future of the DCU. I find that kind of a bummer because Wonder Woman, I think, is an amazing film. And while wasn't a fan of 84, I really felt like it still deserved a part 3, and for them to go out on a high note doesn't mean I don't know if it's a little misleading to say it's dead, but the impression of this article that I quickly read through, the current possible plan, because James Gunn is supposed to present like a whole thing with him and Saffron, present a whole thing to David Zaslav of what the plan is. So nothing's like concrete at the moment. It sounds like they want to just essentially do a big reset on the entire thing, but keep the Suicide Squad alive.
New 52, but yeah, somehow
But
preserved.
I want my movie still around.
Yeah.
That's not in the article. John, how do you feel about Wonder Woman 3 possibly being dead? Sounds like it is.
Yeah, it's absolutely a bummer because that is like one of their more reliable, even though 84 wasn't well received, it's one of their more flagship characters, one that most people agree on, at least in terms of the casting and a lot of the portrayal thus far. I don't know. I mean, if they're truly resetting, that's a pretty big bummer. At the same time, I get them wanting to reset. I just feel like it'll be hard for people to swallow if it's not Gal Gadot some way.
Don't worry. We got Black Adam and Superman news to get to.
Woo!
Black Adam sequel, looking unlikely, apparently. So
No.
there's been a lot of debate here about whether or not Black Adam was a success or was it a big box office bomb?
Yeah, they expected it to break even. Is it even going to do that?
There's been reports that it's certainly a bomb. But then Dwayne Johnson, he came out 4 hours ago from recording this video. I wanted to confirm with financiers before I share this excellent Black Adam news.
With your
our
candy
film
ass.
will profit between 52 to 72 million. Fact. At almost 400 million worldwide, we are building our new franchise step by step. First, Captain America did 370 million for the DC future. I don't know the exact intention of Dwayne Johnson doing this, maybe to shut down all those things that are saying that's going to flop, or maybe it is having something to do with the fact that he's worried that he might not get the future films. Like, guys, it's actually did all right. Don't forget, the first Captain America, it just couldn't do the same, so come on.
They knew they had the foundations there. They just need to push it along a little further.
Yes.
They need to spend more money on it next time.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't get a sequel because, 52 to 72 millions, like, that's a good amount of money to make. But they did spend a lot of money to try to get that 52 to 72 million.
They only made enough to make a mid-budget indie film. They need that blockbuster profit.
Because wouldn't the second one cost more money?
Theoretically, let's make this Black Adam 2 a very introspective one-location movie.
Yeah, and he was talking about doing a Hawkman spinoff, but I don't know if they don't get Black Adam 2. I don't think we get a Hawkman spinoff. Now, here's the big one. Here's the kicker. After all that stuff about Henry Cavill coming back into the fold to play Superman, Man of Steel, Henry Cavill himself even going on Instagram saying, I am back as Superman, doing his best Dwayne Johnson impression. What's being reported now, because it looks like what they're trying to do is do as much of a reset. That means even putting the Snyderverse to rest. And so, they filmed the cameo as Superman for The Flash, but it's still up in the air whether or not they want to actually include it, depending on the plan that they set forward for the future of the DC universe. This is just that to me, like this is like the most up and down relationship.
Yeah.
We're like, are you going to be with me or not?
Involved.
Like, that is what it's like with having Henry Cavill as Superman.
Yeah, it's that, and it's too. It's like living in a house where like your parents are constantly like almost about to make it work and get back together or something too. Because now it's like, oh no, we brought in James Gunn. We got Peter Safran. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Except we're also giving them like a whole train wreck of a segue that I can't imagine is gonna rub everybody the right way. It just seems like nobody is getting the full kind of I don't know, conscientious treatment here.
Well, I think if they want to move forward, they have to have a fresh start, but keep the Suicide Squad alive.
That's right.
Because James Gunn made the Suicide Squad.
Keep
that all going. They still haven't even presented their entire plan yet, and I imagine they'd want to preserve some of this. Like, I don't feel like you can just confidently go ahead and come do a complete reset. I think that is not a way of listening to the fans, ultimately, you know?
Yeah.
But if it is what's best for the long term, maybe, perhaps. Like, at this point, why not? Try everything out, DC. Just do it all. Cancel it all, then bring it all back later.
Yeah. You can always ignore whatever you do now and come back to the Snyderverse later.
I don't care anymore. Just make it happen. The next order of business, Aquaman 2 might be the last time we see Jason Momoa playing Arthur Curry, Aquaman himself. But as we saw, like, Jason Momoa not long ago doing a video, was like, I got some exciting shit to announce to you guys, but I can't say that what it is, whatever he said in that video. A lot of people are speculating, and it seems like it would be likely based off of what his enthusiasm was, is that he's being eyed to possibly play Lobo, which is a character he was the perfect actor for. Yeah. And he's a massive fan of that character. Strangely enough, as much as I really like him as Aquaman, I'm also like, out of all the news, strangely on board for that one.
All these random train wrecks, but then the perfect dream casting. Aren't you happy? Aren't you happy it's not Michael Bay's Lobo?
And even though Aquaman 1 made $1 billion, it's just a little bit strange to me that out of all the news, that's the one that I'm like, yeah, I'm on board with that.
That's fine. We had enough Aquaman.
And then, Batman's still going to persevere, but you still got Shazam! Fury of the Gods coming out. You still got Blue Beetle. You still got the Flash movie releasing. It's like at this point, you're like, if you're just going to erase it all, what's the point of even releasing them?
Yeah, it's just going to confuse people that much more, or at least the general populace who's not following this news very closely.
But yeah, as of this report, it's like Henry Cavill not coming back again, basically. Wonder Woman 3 dead.
All that stuff you were just excited about, not anymore.
And I don't know anymore. I don't know. At this point, I'm like, before we get up in arms about every little thing, it's like, let's just wait to see what James Gunn actually
I will believe
presents.
none of this.
Let's wait to see what's presented first. Like, the one that seems most likely to me is what happened with Wonder Woman 3, but everything else is kind of speculation and scoop talking and everything.
It's all true.
It's all true. Let's just believe it all. Let's believe it all.
I'll believe nothing until I see the movie on the screen.
Alrighty. Well, there we are, guys. What do you think? Which person news? Here's the elicited the biggest reaction out of you all. Leave your thoughts down below. I'm just exhausted.
I'm sorry. All the DC fans just need a hug.
It was just supposed to be like the biggest thing ever. Now it's like, Christ. I don't know what to believe. So let's just wait for official stuff, I suppose. Alrighty. Everett Pixelmite Baker. Everett, we might not know anything about you. I don't know anything about you.
We can make it up. We can project onto you, Everett.
You've been a patron of ours for 4 years.
That's incredible.
I don't really know much about you.
You are dedicated.
And unlike the DC universe, you've been a constant.
That's right.
In our lives.
We don't have to worry about you being recast.
We don't have to worry about you coming and going, whether or not Everett's going to stay or leave.
Everett is the picture of consistency.
I think what James Gunn needs to do moving forward, Everett, is take a page out of Everett Pixelmite Baker.
Take
and
a pixel.
Go, what can we learn from Everett Pixelmite Baker as we move forward with the DC universe?
How can we comfort people with the warm embrace of consistent and jovial, caring love?
So thank you, Everett, for always being a monthly Christmas present to us.
Yeah.
And I hope you have an amazing, amazing 2023 filled with laughter, love, and lots of playtime
so much
with men
playtime.
and women.